People end up leaving CRMs like Jobber all the time for things that we're going to talk about in this video. I'm going to break down to you some of the things that you might not be aware of. And if you're currently in the market for a CRM, things that you should probably consider before just picking the first one that pops up in front of you. So I will tell you guys this, Jobber probably does the best job in terms of marketing. They'll follow you around everywhere. They'll follow you on Facebook. They'll follow you on YouTube. They'll follow you anywhere where there's, a TV and internet access. So first and foremost, I want to jump into their pricing. A couple things that are misleading, at least for me when I look at this, is they lead with annual pricing. And this is fine, but a lot of people don't opt into annual. They usually opt into monthly, right? We do our free trial. We go month to month after that. We want to make sure the CRM is going to work for us. With Jobber, when they display pricing to you, it looks good, $29, $89, $149, but that's not the whole story. We're probably going to opt in for monthly, and when we do that, our prices are going to jump dramatically from what we first saw. The price for Core is $39, $119 for Connect, and $199 for Grow. This is all good and well. The other thing to keep in mind is Jobber splits their subscription tiers from individuals to teams. So if you're somebody with a partner and all you need is one other person on your plan, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to pay for any of these tiers. You're going to have to jump into their team subscriptions. So for teams, first and foremost, up to 5, you're going to have to pay for their Connect plan, $169 a month. Let's say that your team grows past 5 people. Well, now you're going to have to upgrade your subscription again, $349 a month, $599 a month if you want up to 15 users. That's all good and well. One thing we have to keep in mind with our businesses is our businesses are going to grow, they're going to evolve, they're going to add employees. The thing is when we're paying new employees, we don't necessarily want to have to pay our CRM more money. That's one of the downsides to Jobber, because even when you get to this, $599 a month subscription, 15 users, if you need to add on additional users, you're going to be paying an extra $29 for every single user that you bring on. So not only are you having to pay the employees more, you're also going to have to pay your software more. One of the reasons why people end up switching. You might be looking at these prices and saying, that's not that bad. Well, it's not the whole story, because Jobber actually relies on a lot of integrations for their software. They're missing a lot of features that they could have built in-house that are in some of these plans. So for the rest of the video, I want to look at some of the features that even this $599 a month plan right here are missing from Jobber that you're ultimately going to have to go elsewhere to get another subscription for. So although you see the price on the screen and you might not think it's that bad, you're actually going to be missing features that you're going to have to go out and get other softwares for to integrate into Jobber, pay for additional subscriptions, get more logins, add more users. And so this cost is actually not representative of the true cost of what you're ultimately going to be paying. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into 7 features that Jobber doesn't have that QuoteIQ does. In full transparency, I'm the co-founder of QuoteIQ. I used to be one of the biggest affiliates for Jobber. No one ever heard me out at Jobber. I always came to them with ideas. I wanted to do collaborations. I wanted to, give them basically ideas on how they can make their software better. No one ever listened to me. No one ever did anything. So I created my own software. And in my personal opinion, I made it better. So Jobber is a solid platform, but it's missing critical features that modern contractors need. Here are 7 capabilities QuoteIQ includes that Jobber either lacks entirely or forces you to pay extra for through third-party integration. So 7 missing features. This is going to save you $500 plus a month if you utilize these features, which is a 79% cost difference. So like I said, the price that you're seeing on the screen doesn't necessarily match because it's not accounting for the integrations and extra subscriptions that you're going to have to add on in order to get the full functionality of the software that you need. First and foremost, let's talk about InstaQuote or customer self-scheduling. This is a feature that changes everything. InstaQuote lets your customers create their own quotes on your website or through a link that you share. Let's go ahead and take a look at exactly what InstaQuote looks like. Here's what InstaQuote looks like so you guys can see it really well. It's basically a form that goes on your website for every service that someone selects. They then get a subsequent questionnaire to fill out. For every questionnaire they fill out, it then provides them with an estimate depending upon their answers. InstaQuote automates your quoting process, allowing customers to self-quote on all your services. This not only saves you time and money, but also increases your average ticket price and helps you to close more jobs. So Jobber does not have this. It has no customer self-quoting capabilities. It does have a job form. However, that's not self-quoting. Every quote requires manual creation. Customers must wait for you to respond, and leads slip away during off hours. QuoteIQ, however, comes built in with a full customer self-quoting portal, 24/7 quote generations, instant pricing for customers, built-in upsell suggestions, and direct booking integration. So why this matters? Think about it. A homeowner visits your website at 9 p.m. on a Saturday. With Jobber, they'll fill out a contact form and wait. Maybe they forget, maybe they find somebody else. With InstaQuote, they get pricing immediately, book the job, and you wake up to a request from them to get on your calendar. So Time saved per quote, 15 to 20 minutes, and it allows you to quote 24/7 and land jobs, even when you're not working, even when you're not going to call them back. Now, if you wanted to get InstaQuote or a customer self-quoting tool on Jobber, you'd have to go with one of their integrations. They have an integration with ResponsiBid, and this is ResponsiBid's pricing. So let's say that you're on, one of the bigger plans. Let's say you're on this $5.99 plan right now. You're paying $5.99. You want to get customer self-quoting. You're going to have to jump over to ResponsiBid, and for their lowest plan, which is their scaling plan, it's going to be $679 for the first month, which includes, I think, their $500 onboarding, as well as $179 a month after that, on top of that $599 a month subscription. InstaQuote, on the other hand, is included within QuoteIQ for $189.99 within our Elite plan currently. Number 2, QuoteIQ Cam. This is built-in photo documentation. Jobber's biggest gap is photo documentation. They don't have it built in, period. If you want to document job sites, create before and after galleries, or build inspection forms, you need to pay for a third-party tool like Company Cam. QuoteIQ Cam, however, is included on the Pro plan of QuoteIQ for only $98.99 a month, and the Elite plan, $188 a month, at no additional cost. So Jobber, no built-in photo documentation, requires Company Cam integration, separate app to manage, separate login and subscriptions. However, QuoteIQ, built-in photo documentation, before and after comparison editor, custom inspection forms, 4K image and video upload, photos saved to customer profile, and unlimited storage included. Now, if we look over here to Company Cam, let's say that you had Jobber's $599, right? We have that. We've just added on our ResponsiBid, right? $179 a month plus the $500 onboarding cost. Now let's get Company Cam, because obviously we need this for our business. Well, Company Cam is $79.99 a month for the lowest tier, $129, $199, depending upon the tools that you want, depending upon the users that you want to add. And if we go up, like let's say that it's for that business that has, the 30 users. I mean, if 10 people need access to this, you guys can see very quickly how those numbers jump, and it's not built into Jobber. So it's another subscription, another portal, another fee, another everything basically. So QuoteIQ Cam built into QuoteIQ. Next, we have the Client Hub. This is a full business phone system. Jobber offers basic two-way texting. QuoteIQ's Client Hub is a complete business phone system with dedicated business number, two-way calling, and texting, all from within the app. And I'll actually show you guys what that looks like here. If we come into Inbox here, we can come into our Client Hub. Client Hub allows you to communicate directly from within here to your customers. This is also visible to all of your users who you give access to, and you can also accept voice calls. You can make voice calls directly from within Client Hub. So this is something that's built into QuoteIQ. You don't have to go somewhere else for it. So Jobber, two-way texting only, no calling capability, uses your personal number for calls, no centralized call history. Now QuoteIQ, on the other hand, dedicated business phone number, two-way calling from the app, two-way texting from the app, call from phone, tablet, or computer, complete conversation history, and it keeps your personal number private. So people don't have access to your personal number. All they have access to is the number that you set up for your Client Hub. So why business phone matters: every time you call a customer from your personal cell, you're mixing business with your personal life. Never mix business with pleasure. That's what I always say. With Client Hub, you get a professional business number. All calls and texts are logged and saved to the customer's profile, and you can answer from any device. You can also have other people answer from other devices. So when you take a vacation, you can still respond to texts and calls from your laptop without giving out your personal phone number, or your team can handle the calls from the same business number. So another perk that comes with QuoteIQ that doesn't necessarily come with Jobber. The next one is MapMeasure Pro, aerial property measurements. This is something that QuoteIQ does better than anybody else in the industry. This gives you the ability to look at the aerial view of properties. Every single area view and measurement is tied to our estimate system, so you can set a per unit price, whether that's square footage or linear footage, to estimates, and you can basically create estimates directly from our mapping tool. So as you guys can see here, we have our area, we have our perimeter, we can then use Street View, we have Zillow here, and like I said, all this is tied into our estimating, so you can actually measure customers' properties and send them quotes based upon those measurements. So Jobber, on the other hand, basic map integration only, no measurement tools, requirement for third-party tools like RoofSnap. We're going to get into what that costs here in just a minute. Additional monthly costs, additional subscriptions, additional logins, additional per user basis, all that stuff that we don't want. So QuoteIQ, on the other hand, built-in satellite measurement, calculate square footage, measurement linear footage, Street View integration, Zillow property data access, and you can save measurements to the customer's profile. So now you can quote jobs without even visiting the site if this is something that you utilize within your business. So customers send their address, you pull up the MapMeasure Pro, trace the driveway, measure the house exterior, and then you can send an accurate quote in just 5 minutes. So if you're in pressure washing, roofing, lawn care, painting, holiday lighting, anything where you need to view a customer's property, collect measurements from it, this is basically a no-brainer with regards to why a lot of people go with QuoteIQ, why a lot of people leave softwares like Jobber and go to QuoteIQ. So the next one I'll talk about is AI Virtual Call Team. This is an inbound and outbound call agent. You guys might be thinking, oh, well, Jobber's got a call agent as well. They do. If you scroll down here, we can see that their receptionist is $99 a month, which is an add-on cost. It's not an add-on within QuoteIQ. Our receptionist is both inbound and outbound, and it's included on every single plan. So their receptionist, on the other hand, you have to add it on as an add-on, and it's only inbound. It's only going to answer calls for you. So this is where the AI capabilities diverge significantly. Jobber recently launched an AI receptionist that answers incoming calls. That's helpful, but QuoteIQ's virtual call team can make outbound calls on your behalf. So we've tested this with sending out offers, so like holiday offers. Hey, we're offering 10% off to all of our customers. The AI can not only call your customers, it can leave a voicemail if they don't answer. It can then talk to them if they do answer. It can offer them whatever the sale is, and then it can quote them over the phone. So a lot of really good functionality with regards to our outbound. If they don't answer, it leaves them a voicemail, and then they can call the number back, and then it'll also answer it on the other end with our inbound agent. So Jobber does have an AI receptionist. Unfortunately, it's inbound only. Ours can do outbound campaigns. It can do automated follow-up calls through our review system, lead qualification calls, simultaneous multi-call capacity, and customizable AI voice and personality. So the outbound difference, imagine this, you sent 50 quotes last week, 30 haven't responded. Instead of manually calling each one of those people, your AI virtual call team can do it. So it can call 30 leads automatically, follow up with pending quotes, rearrange past customers for seasonal services. It can call out for seasonal offers. It can confirm upcoming appointments and basically can run marketing campaigns as well. So it can do both. So it can answer calls, it can, call out, but that's something that Jobber doesn't have the capability of. It's also not included on every plan with Jobber. You have to pay $99 a month for an add-on. For us, included in every plan. So next one, we got inventory management. This is built-in stock tracking, track parts, materials, equipment across your trucks, warehouses, and job sites. QuoteIQ includes a complete 5-module inventory system. Jobber, they tell you to sync with the best inventory management software, meaning that you need to pay for and integrate a third-party solution. So Jobber, no built-in inventory management system, requires a third-party integration. Suggest Ply, SOS inventory, dynamic inventory, additional subscription costs, separate systems to manage. Now, I will tell you guys this. There's pros and cons to utilizing other softwares for specific purposes like this. Like, I'm sure that SOS inventory is deeper than what QuoteIQ's inventory can do. However, do you want to have another subscription, another login? Do you want to have to utilize an integration that might not always sync properly? Or do you want something built in-house that works, is dependable, is going to sync because it's all built under the same roof, that you need the same login for, that all of your users that you give access to can have it without you having to pay for more seats on another platform? That's what you get with QuoteIQ. So you get built-in 5-module system, product modules, location, suppliers, other modules, and transaction modules as well. So what QuoteIQ inventory tracks: real-time stock levels across all locations, automatic low stock alerts at reorder points, 6 transaction types, stock status indicators, multi-location tracking, and then complete transaction history for accountability. So why HVAC, plumbing, and electrical contractors need this: you're dispatching a text to fix an AC unit before they leave. If the capacitor they need is on their truck or in the warehouse. No mid-job supply runs. No, sorry, I need to come back later or tomorrow. So as you guys can see, if you wanted to, you could get a third-party inventory software, pay between $50 to $200 a month, or you can use the inventory tracker that's built into QuoteIQ, which is why a lot of people end up going with a CRM that's more of an all-in-one built solution rather than having a million different integrations. The last one that we're going to take a look at is pipelines, deals, visual sales CRM. Jobber has basic CRM functionality, client profiles, lead tagging, communication history, but they didn't have a visual sales pipeline. QuoteIQ includes a full deals pipeline system based on HubSpot methodology with probability weighted forecasting. So that's something that's not included within Jobber. For us, we have visual Kanban, board view, custom deal stages, probability weighted forecasting, multiple pipelines, deal and analytics dashboards. You can link deals to customers, and you can assign deals to your team members as well. So I'll actually show you guys what that one looks like. We haven't jumped into every single feature here. I'll show you what inventory looks like. Here's our inventory: products, locations, suppliers, orders, transactions. And this is our pipeline screen here. As you guys can see, you can create basically a deal summary, deal overview, financials, timing, ownership. All that stuff is here, and you can actually create places for these to go. Basically a pipeline. So you can move things around. You can track leads here. You can track deals here. You can track jobs here, whatever you want. All these things are customizable. You can customize each column. You can see what the money looks like in each column, and basically kind of know where things are at based upon what's in your pipeline, which is a feature that Jobber doesn't have. So an example, you have a $5,000 deal with QuoteIQ, sent 40%. Your weighted forecast shows $2,000, a realistic expectation of what it'll actually cost. So there's a bunch of different variations in terms of the way that you can use pipelines. This is just one example. So 6 pipeline analytic metrics. QuoteIQ's deals dashboard shows total deal amount, weighted deal amount, open deal amount, closed 1, new deal amount, and average deal age. So that's just one aspect. If you guys wanted to use it to track, anything, you can track jobs, you can track customers, you can track deals, whatever you want to do. So for Jobber users who need pipelines, you typically integrate with Pipeline Deals, which is $25 a month per user, or another one that is $14.99 per user a month via Zapier. So another integration, another point of friction for subscriptions and remembering logins and getting users on other accounts. So as you guys can see, this is the total cost comparison. Jobber Grow Plan is $169 a month. With Company Cam, this says 19 to 29. As you guys can see, that's not correct. We know Company Cam is more expensive than that. It'd be at least $79 a month for Company Cam. Roof Snap or similar measurements, $99 a month. Ply, 50 to 100. 200. Pipeline Deals, 25 to 99, and then Business Phone, 25 to 50. So $400 to $700 for a 3-person team. QuoteIQ Elite is $188 a month with everything included. So let's talk about annual savings. With QuoteIQ, you'd save between $2,500 and $6,000 a year. And that's why a lot of people who use CRMs like Jobber end up switching to more of an all-in-one solution like QuoteIQ. So key takeaways for this video: InstaQuote lets customers create quotes 24/7. Jobber has no equivalent feature, meaning that you're going to lose after-hour leads or people that you can't follow up with immediately. QuoteIQ Cam included with job documentation, inspection forms before and after editing. Jobber requires Company Cam, which we saw was at least $80 a month. Client Hub provides a complete business phone with calling and texting. Jobber, you're only going to have basic texting, and you're going to have to use your phone number. MapMeasure Pro lets you quote jobs without site visits using satellite imagery. Jobber needs a third-party measurement tool. AI Virtual Call Team makes outbound calls to follow up on leads, and it's also included on every single plan of QuoteIQ. Jobber's AI only answers incoming calls, and it's a $99 add-on. Inventory management is built into QuoteIQ with 5 modules. Jobber requires third-party integrations like Ply or SOS Inventory. Pipelines Deals gives you visual sales tracking with probability forecast. Jobber has basic lead tagging only. So, and if we look at the total savings, $25,000 to $6,000 plus annually when you factor in the integrations Jobber requires to match QuoteIQ's built-in features. The price is, do you want to save, $6,000 a year? I think a lot of people would, and that's why they end up switching. So if you guys want to try QuoteIQ, it'll be the first link in the comment section description. You can try any tier right now for absolutely free. The second link will be to book a demo with us so you guys can walk through the software. Everything I said in this video is my personal opinion only, besides the things that obviously you guys can see that are factual information. Everything in here was either my opinion or factual information. Yeah, take it for what you will. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, hustle hard, get that money, baby.